locked in with the Locked In podcast. Flash it on every week.
Locked In podcast this week.
I go boom like that. Fuck that door like.
What's up, Locked In podcast? This is gonna be our last podcast for the year, so we got some shit basically lined up. We got the yearly highlight awards. So I basically just took 4 topics: hottest brand, best collab, hottest new brand, and best dressed rappers. So we're just gonna kick it off, bro. We're gonna start off with the first one.
That's the hottest brands?
Yeah, hottest brands. I'm gonna say the name. So we got Bottega, Rick Owens, Dior, Eterix, Balenciaga, and Louis V. So I feel like the Bottega shit.
I was even reading the comments before this, and I was like, I saved everything so that I could, just wait to actually like get my bars off for real.
Okay.
I'll let you go first though.
All right, hottest brand of the year: Bottega, Rick Owens,
And if
Arc'teryx.
by all
To you,
means,
let's start off with like.
if
my-
you
my
feel
I'm gonna
like
make
the
the
rules,
rules
that's
for it.
better.
So my rules for like the hottest brand, like what I mean by that,
2020.
for 2021 is like what you really seen, like what you gravitated to, and like your circle and your friends and shit. Like you feel like, damn, like that one's hard. Maybe necessarily it's not like the biggest fucking thing, but whatever like you seen, you're like, I fuck with that. Like OD, I feel like they went up, they went crazy.
It's Rick Owens.
Rick Owens?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Why you say
Like,
that?
okay, because like 2021 is like the year I seen niggas was ricked out the most. Like,
This is a fact.
I feel like I've never seen that. Like you probably see like a few people ricked out
Right.
before, but like 2021, like niggas
feel like
went OD
females-
with the Rick.
Like
yeah, but
females
Rick
in
what?
Rick now too?
Just full Rick, like people just
Rick
always
shoes.
wearing Rick.
Rick shoes.
Rick, not bro, clothing too, bro.
I see some. All right, you see the shoes the most. This is
Jeans.
just this for a fact. You
Yeah.
see the shoes the most,
Jackets.
and then you might see the hoodies.
So you feel like that doesn't
Second.
qualify for like the hottest brand? Like you feel like it has to be the whole shit?
In a way,
I feel
I
you.
mean, most niggas who've been wearing Rick, they've been Rick. Like Rick has so much money because his fan base is the most loyal fucking fashion fan base arguably out there.
Yeah.
Like, the Rick Army or whatever the fuck they call
And Rick
themselves.
Wars.
Yeah. Like they are dedicated. They've been dedicated since like early 2000s.
Yeah.
Wearing only Rick. Like I literally know somebody who only wears Rick, and he looks different every time too. It's the gnarliest shit.
I found a YouTuber that like he does bodybuilding and he only wears Rick. And he's swole as fuck.
But like,
Random.
you said like personally, like what I've seen.
Yeah, just
and,
whatever you
like
feel.
the people around me, like it's Rick, cause like
I can
no
see
one's
that,
really
bro.
wearing anything else like out of those brands. Like
I feel like all the young kids like they
Bottega's
want
probably
Rick
next,
now.
but like only Bottega shoes. I've never seen anyone pull up with a Bottega clothing piece yet.
Mm. That's true. Like
Yeah.
that's something you could say with the shoes. At least like Rick, you'll see niggas with some Rick on. Like
Yeah.
I see the pants all the time.
What do we
honestly.
qualify? What's the guidelines here? Is it like the most financially successful brand?
it's
No,
Rick
no,
is
no,
the
no.
hottest brand. Like
It's
that
like the
you
hottest
see
brand
go
for you,
up
like
this year.
that you seen go up like like how Chrome Hearts was in 2020. Like
Right.
which one falls in that? Bottega, Rick Owens, Dior, Eterix. Eterix is kind of like a little sleeper because like I feel like maybe the last 8 months
Yeah.
it's been kind of popping off crazy. But I'm gonna give my take. I'm gonna say, fuck. I'm gonna have to go Balenciaga, bro. Like they literally took over the whole shit. Like with Dima, the Kanye show. Like everybody wishes they have to get Rick because they can't get the Balenciaga. Honestly,
That is true.
So like
Balenciaga's expensive as hell.
OD.
I'm gonna have to give it to Louis Vuitton just out of the fact that it's Virgil's last collection. I think that's the most meaningful one.
That's true.
And so like maybe
But does that make it hot?
not necessarily. No, that's not. So
It's
just
definitely
judging
hot,
it on
though.
that basis, like just what is kind of like the best collection of this year is probably gonna be Virgil's last collection, right? Just because of like the how sentimental it is. in
I don't think
in
like, I don't
40
think you gotta give him the best.
Right,
collection
right.
Because like we already seen that collection.
I'm gonna continue,
You know
but 40, 50 years, 40 or 50 years, those pieces are gonna be worth a lot of money. They're gonna be like revered. They're gonna be like very talked about. You know, so for that reason alone, I feel like these pieces, some of the main pieces like of his last collection are gonna be
Super
stand
sought
out.
after.
Yeah, later on.
I agree. I just don't know if that makes it the hottest brand.
I
to
think
me.
the hottest brand was probably Balenciaga, just because their couture shit just been killing it. Like they have everyone just head to toe in Balenciaga right now.
fucking wedding dresses.
You
and
get
shit.
me? Like whether it's Cardi switched up his whole vampire shit to go full Balenciaga.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you see Kanye. Kanye been looking cooler than like I've seen him in fucking years. And you know, it's all
And they have like the
Balenciaga.
clones and shit.
Kim.
They're going crazy.
It's all Balenciaga. Like,
I forgot about
The clones.
the clone.
They took over.
But it's literally a whole look. Like it's a whole like uniform black on black thing. Now people
Mm-hmm.
are just trying to recreate it their own way. But like for Bottega, I feel like Bottega doesn't deserve it because like what you guys said, it's only the shoes. Like,
Bottega
yeah.
came out with amazing shit though.
I know the jackets
amazing.
are hard.
clothing.
Like
clothing's
this
nice.
was an amazing collection by Bottega.
Yeah. Which I like the jackets are crazy. I just feel like niggas can't afford them. That's why I don't see it in real life. And they
For sure, and it
they
doesn't have
only
a logo nowhere. Like that's the difference between Dries, a brand like Dries and a brand like Bottega, and then a brand like Louis or maybe Gucci is like quality wise, yeah, they're very comparable. But one has a fucking big ass logo plastered on it and one doesn't. You get me? So it's like when niggas spend $1,200 on a fucking vest, they want like
want
the
the
logo
logo.
on the vest. You know, they want niggas to know.
I have
And
to
that's why
agree.
Bottega and Dries move slower, but they go to the people that you want them to go to.
Because like most shoes, like most like the Rick shoes, they don't have like no logo. Because I was gonna like rebuttal that and be like, but like
Yeah,
the
but
Bottega
Rick High
boot,
Tops, bro, you know a Rick High Top as soon as you see that.
Yeah, same
You
thing with
know
the
Rick
Bottega.
shoes,
So
like,
I
yeah,
was gonna
same
say
with
like
Bottega, though,
maybe
yeah.
it necessarily doesn't have like the big logo, but it has a lot of like brand identity. Like the
Exactly,
jacket's got
yeah.
the little, whatever, little triangle. But I feel like it is the logo thing. I feel like you're right though because it's like
For sure.
I don't know.
I feel like Givenchy could have made the list
You think Givenchy should have been on there?
instead of fucking
Arc'teryx? Arc'teryx?
Because like Arc'teryx is just fucking a jacket, bro. You know.
Yeah, but everybody like is
Yeah,
talking about
everybody's
the,
been
like
styling the
that's all they
jacket, but
make
it's
is
like,
that though.
Yeah.
You'll
It's a lot of
notice,
shit.
even
They don't
go.
really do like collections. Like are they? Like, they're not really like a traditional fashion.
No,
They're like they remind me of like ACW in 2021.
No, but ACW
You know what I
be
mean?
doing shit. Like, bro,
ACW
about
is,
to go even
kills
crazier,
it.
like,
I love it. But what I'm
yeah.
saying is how they started as London tech hacker wear
Yeah.
type shit, all black, kind of just
Hella
like
weird pockets and shit.
yeah, it's like you live in London. You probably
It's cold
like
there.
are deep on the fucking dark web and shit. Like
Yeah.
or you get me like that's what Arc'teryx is kind of to me. It's how ACW kind of was for a minute as well. But I don't know. I don't even think they belong in this category because they're so like, yeah, they had the quickest. They had like the
like they have a hype right now.
steepest trajectory.
Have
You know
y'all
what I
seen
mean?
anything other than just like the
I went on the
jacket
website.
with the?
It's
logo
really
on
just
it?
an outdoor brand. Like it's really just like literally how like Patagonia is
North
or
Face.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally something just like
North
that.
Face.
So,
Or
but
Stone
I don't
Island toned
know,
down.
like if that should be in place of like Givenchy. I feel like Givenchy did go crazy. They have been going
Givenchy definitely
crazy.
went crazy.
I just didn't like their collection
Those
personally.
shoes.
I just
Fire.
thought it
Shoes are
was
crazy.
I thought it was a super
Shoes are
mid
crazy.
collection. I was very inspired by a lot of other brands, even smaller brands like. I don't know. I remember Bode was on the list, and like Bode is one of the ones who actually might even belong in that list. Like,
No, I got that coming up.
Right.
We'll move on to. All right, best collab. We got the Louis Vuitton, Nike, so all like the shoes, all the Air Force Ones, Balenciaga, Simpson, and then I threw the Lil Nas X and the Mischief, just off like pure impact, and like
yeah.
that shit
I
was
thought-
kind of crazy. That shit
I
was
thought what
stupid.
he did was sick.
It was,
Yeah.
that was the
human
97s,
blood in the
right?
shoe, dude.
That shit was
He
crazy.
made 97s, right?
Yeah, he made
The
97.
shoe itself was like whatever, but the fact you put human fucking blood in it is like kind of tight.
Yeah, I thought it was like really good marketing. So that
At
I
the
got
very
it.
least, it was
I got
different
it
and
with
original.
the Gucci Pokemon Go is kind of cool too because that's like
I didn't
that's
even
like
know
some
about
metaverse shit. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. And
Yeah.
niggas really spent like some money just to make their character like cool. So that's kind of like that's weird.
Nah, that's fire though. What was another one that was on there?
What is it, Bo D?
All right, I'm gonna say it all over. So we got Louis Vuitton, Nike, Balenciaga, Simpsons, Lil Nas X, Gucci and Pokemon Go, Yeezy, Gap, and Gucci and Balenciaga. I feel like this one's easy. For me, bro, is hands down the Louis Vuitton, Nike.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, cause like that's just like the most like practical. That's some shit that I actually want. Like, so for me, like that's like the hardest
bro.
shit.
If
Louis
Virgil,
And he
if
brought it to
Virgil,
real life, bro. He brought the shit niggas
Bro,
was doing in the hood, bro. He
Louis
brought that shit.
Vuitton phase.
if
out.
Virgil didn't pass away this year, I would have a very different take on this. Like, I'm gonna let y'all have this one, but
No, keep it 55th
if I'm
Street.
keeping, if I'm keeping it 55th
bro.
Street,
Yeah, bro. But nah, bro. Yeah.
But you,
say
you,
what
you
you
gave
feel,
me respect.
nigga.
You gave me respect.
Nah, say what you feel, bro.
it's basically it's like whose ass pieces, homie?
What?
Imran. It's like some Imran potato shit. Like it's or like some
No,
China, it's
no,
borderline
bro.
Chinatown
Bro,
market.
he would do
it's
any
nice.
logo.
It's nice. Look, it's nice, actual quality leather. Cool. They probably like outsourced it to a Louis Vuitton factory for better leather, whatever. Cool. But it's like, I don't know. Maybe I just am an
I feel like the
elitist.
shoe actually looks
Bro,
good.
you-
Like it's actually like
How
a,
long have people been
you know,
making these
like
shoes?
the potato nigga. And
Most
shit.
of them, most of their shoes sucked. I'm gonna come completely clean, bro.
What?
Most of the Louis Vuitton Nike collection,
The Air Forces?
yeah, was not cool.
Tripping, dog.
There was about one
Bro.
pair that was like
Well, 'cause
wearable.
you're not even an Air Force wearing guy, huh?
Of course I am.
Damn, I ain't never.
White
seen
Air
you
Force
wear-
Ones are arguably like the best shoe of all time
Okay. How do you not like it? Those are fire.
because it's a hood. Like it's Louis Vuitton putting out hood shit. It's like, bro, and it's not appropriating because it was Virgil, but nonetheless, it's like those are the Chinatowns. Like
Nah, bro. Like,
those are
But
China.
those, like, he
Those are
brought it back real
Chinatown
nice,
market.
so it's
brown like fucking Air Forces ones with the I forget how they look, but
but it was hard.
they're hard as shit.
But I'm saying
I
like,
only seen one pair I like, but what were you saying?
I mean, if you don't like them, yeah, you don't like them.
I just don't.
But I guess I
They
have
look
to
good
like
as hell
argue
on
with
the
your
runway
opinion
with
on
the
like
piece.
the fact that you don't like them because it's like you feel like it's like some hood shit or like some ghetto shit masked up or something. But it's like,
That's what makes it great.
yeah, that's what makes it great because it's like Virgil did it and he like brought it, but he actually made it like,
How can I
Nigga,
like?
this is Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, what's a-
This is the real thing.
If Gucci
Yeah.
made airbrush rest in peace T-shirts and shit, would you be like, oh yeah, it's the sickest shit ever, or would you be like,
To me, airbrush, rest in peace. Shirts,
I mean,
nigga.
no, not necessarily. That
you
would
know, like
make
when
me buy
niggas,
it.
you know, when people pass away, you go to the
But
mall,
nah,
you get like an airbrush
I
tee,
feel like that's like a
and
bad
Gucci started
comparison.
making like $800 like airbrush rest in peace tees to like
I feel like that's a bad
whoever.
comparison.
maybe it's not the best.
You just feel like he could have did
But-
something different with this.
But what
shit.
I'm saying is, you're taking hood culture and you're making people pay like an arm and a leg for it. These have
Okay,
been
all right,
custom-
all right, so
These have
but-
been
okay,
these have
okay.
been customs for a long time. Like everyone has been doing custom Air Force Ones with Louis Vuitton, Gucci,
But for
like
that nigga put it on the
fabrics, all
runway,
kind of
though.
fabrics. Right.
Yeah.
He took hood fashion. He
Yeah.
just put it on the runway and did it officially. Right.
So who would you have to give it to out of this
That's
list?
greatness.
Gucci, Balenciaga, maybe, or Yeezy, Gap? It's cool.
I don't like the Yeezy Gap collection personally. I love Ye's new style. I just really don't like the Gap shit. And he's not gonna charge people like $1,000 for it. So the way that they do it, the way that their price scale works, is they pay like fucking pennies to produce like pieces. Maybe not necessarily pennies,
Yeah,
but
it's
like
not cheap, of course.
a few dollars per piece on them. And they're selling it retail for about what, like 120 to 150, maybe for a jacket. That's what I would assume. Does that price sound about right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you could kind of tell in the way that it fits and the way it's filled, the way things like that. It's kind of like a cheap Old Navy-ish type of a jacket.
It's like a what?
It's
My
got a
bad?
cool cut. It's like an Old Navy-ish kind of a jacket.
Yeah, it's
like,
fucking Gap.
It's just like
and
some
it's got a
shit you
cool
would see
cut
Kanye
to it. It's
wearing.
got a Kanye cut, but
Yeah.
it doesn't have the actual production value to like make it a nice piece. You
That's
got
what I'm
what I
saying. I'm
mean?
trying to see Kanye do some other shit. Like,
It's just like
You're not a
it's
fan
just
of
a
the
regular
Yeezy Gap
piece.
shit either, too much?
I mean, not that I would wear the leather jackets, or are they leather? I don't even know.
Yeah, it's
Probably
like
like they're
not.
like
I
a
wouldn't
puffer,
assume.
the little puffer jackets. I would wear those, but the like
The
little
hoodies?
plain hoodies. I don't
You
care
cool off
for
that?
it, Yeah.
I mean, to go back what you were saying, Kyle, I feel like it's fucking Gap.
Yeah.
Like,
It's Gap, yeah. So I mean, but at the same time, if you're gonna do if you're gonna choose to do a collection where your like resources are limited, I get that Kanye's been trying to just spread all his product to the world, right? He wants. I feel like he just wants to be in like some history book one day. Like, you get what I mean? Like, in classes, people are gonna be like, oh, Kanye
For
did,
sure.
you know, almost
That's like his
some,
mission.
on
Yeah.
some Nike shit, whatever. So I don't think some of his personal endeavors are necessarily always his strongest, like, creative endeavors
to the world.
Yeah. I think Gap is one of those.
Okay.
So
I don't like their Adidas stuff personally.
So you only want to see Yeezy like do like shit to like the highest level.
The highest level, yeah.
Okay.
That's how he's been doing it. That's why we fucking raise this man up by.
But you don't find it like really cool that like the highest level is. I feel like the real highest level for him, at least,
Well, he only does
is like really
sneakers,
spreading that shit like out to the world, and by doing it like by making the cheap shit look cool, you know, like actually making it accessible.
Look, I don't know if I brought this up before, but you remember that Drink Champs interview with Kanye and
of course,
and Nori, right? So they asked him what he thought his favorite album was, and without even a split hesitation, he immediately said "My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy" without even blinking.
Yeah.
Right? No questions, no nothing.
Yeah, it was.
I think a lot of us can agree on that fact that it was just mind-blowing, that entire album. I'm gonna go to one of his songs on that, and his whole thought process on that album is let me make music at literally the highest possible fucking level. So all of the lights, a lot of people don't know. They think it, you know, has like, you know, whoever the fuck.
Oh, you got fucking. What do they call it? What are the secret eggs?
Yeah, look, I mean, but this is just to give you an example of like what I want from someone like Kanye. The writers on it,
Oh, there's hella writers, huh?
hella fucking writers.
I think I seen that shit.
I think I remember it being like Elton John, like, fuck, it's not. It's coming up too slow for me right now. But what I remember it being Elton John, Alicia Keys.
Oh, a lot of people worked on a
John
singular
Legend.
song.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
He
I
had
know.
everyone from Rick Ross to fucking Elton John in one studio to make a song, right? And everyone in between. So Madonna, fucking, I think, who's it? Fergie's on it. Like, Kid Cudi's on it.
That's like basically what he kind of like did for Donda.
yeah. He
Yeah,
does.
basically.
He
Hell
tends
yeah,
to do
that
that
nigga
for most of his
Brought
albums.
the whole everybody.
He did the same thing with Watch the Throne. So he rented out the top floor of the Mercer Hotel in Soho, and he had every single room on the top floor. Each room they was making songs.
Yeah.
So he had producers in one room. He had like the biggest singers. and
So basically,
songwriters
you just like seeing
writers.
him like just do
working
the.
at the top.
Okay.
Of his
I
game.
understand.
And you don't think
that.
he's doing that right now?
Fuck no. He wouldn't even tell you he's doing that right now. He's working with Adidas. He's working with whatever. Like.
Oh, what? He would
He's
tell you
putting
that.
out mass
He's probably
products.
I
do
think
that.
that you don't. Yeah, no, he'll tell you. I feel like he'll tell you that he's doing it at the highest level.
We'll debate.
Yo, Kanye.
As
All
a
right.
Kanye fan, yeah.
You get me? Respectfully.
Yeah.
We'll go into the hottest new brand. So new was like relatively like that's barely popped off and maybe started like 4 years ago. It's kind of hard to find like
Yeah.
new cool brands. So we got Bode, Gallery Department, Endless Denim, Barriers New York, Otto Linger, and Homer.
Hands
mean,
down, it gotta be gallery.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hands down, like I feel like it's Gallery.
Gallery has come out with some pieces, and their influence and
It's
you
just
know,
the
That's,
hottest.
I almost feel like I made
Level
that
of
one
fame is
unfair.
undeniable.
like
Yeah.
No,
like,
but you did make it fair, because I disagree entirely.
you could have put gallery in the hottest new brands.
Gallery.
That's
I
what
mean,
I did.
the
hottest brands period
hottest
of the
brands
year.
of the year, yeah.
You could have.
You could have.
They're probably
Instead of
one of the
Arc'teryx.
most successful brands this year. That's a fact.
It
People have
was
been
it was too
looking
successful. It
for
made the
it.
nigga quit.
I wonder if that nigga not quick. I wonder if like I just like how it's not really like owned by anybody else, but I could be mistaken. But like you know, a lot of these like big fashion brands are owned by a parent company.
Yeah.
I don't know of any who owns Gallery, so it seems like he's doing it by
Hopefully,
himself.
probably eventually.
He might be Young Dolphin it.
But like, I don't know. I feel like they want to get bought, Cause it's a fat ass.
Yeah, I got
They
the
buy
list.
it for hella money and they still let you control it, right? Basically, right?
Yeah.
So
Wait.
what I remember is actually being inspired by a few of these brands' collections. I don't know how you pronounce it. I've yet to buy a piece, so I haven't spoken with a saleswoman about this shit yet. I've just seen it on Vogue and etc. I think Bodhi or Bode.
Yeah.
I think it is Bodhi, like you
I
said.
think it's Bodhi, but whatever it is, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. They've actually been putting out really inspiring pieces, in my
Let's
opinion.
talk about that. Bro, they make some sick. Have you really looked into?
I've seen a few things. I'm not really tapped in.
And gallery stuff is not inspiring to me. It's cool. It's an artist working in his little, like he's using clothes as one of his mediums. I get the concept. I get everything
It's
about
just fly
it.
shit.
Nah. It's fly shit to niggas who aren't really that into this shit. But like,
I feel like if it didn't
for
blow
me,
up
it's
the way it did, we would be saying it's fly shit. But it's just the fact that we like it's
no one
just
who
too
wears
seen.
gallery,
So hyped. Yeah,
no one who
I
wears
agree.
gallery can tell you the name of the owner or the artist behind it.
Yeah, probably.
So
No,
they
I
really
don't
don't give
know,
a
bro.
fuck about the art.
They probably think it's Trent.
They don't give a fuck about the art behind it, right?
Bro, but-
and
but
that's
I-
what he's trying to do. He's really trying to break out as an artist.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like the only reason I kind of had to agree with that because like this is not the first time, but just most recently because I think you were there too. But it was like this kid from New York. Long story short, just walks in. It was like his first time in the store, and he was like, it's kind of like hard to describe. He looked almost like kind of like regular. You remember?
Yeah.
But he ended up just wanting to get we told him he had gallery, told him all this shit.
Yeah.
He ended up going to the gallery rack and he picks up the rider jacket, the postal one, and that nigga just liked that one. That one's like the most like that you
Yeah.
think.
super discreet, yeah.
And I couldn't see like that's just like that one guy who did that.
Right.
That happened again. Some guy who doesn't know anything about gallery department.
Yeah, see?
And we told him the price, and he didn't even flinch. He just bought it.
Right.
And like this guy didn't know about any of the brands in the store.
It's a simple jacket.
Yeah.
There's no branding on it. That's true. That's
and the
the
way
type
it
of
fit,
customer.
it just fits so nice.
It's the type,
on people.
that's the
Yeah.
type of customer for that type
was
of
the
piece.
Yeah.
But look, I'm excited for Josu to actually Josu Thomas to do actual artwork. I get that clothes is his medium at the moment, but I would love to see like an art show by him because I think that would be the next.
He's doing
step for
something
him.
because I pay like a lot of attention to bro and shit. But he started this thing called like
Chateau.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you been seeing that? Like he been coming out like
Yeah.
journals.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
almost
yeah.
like super different.
Something about I don't know. Is it a weed company? Is it not?
It looks like a lot of. I only see like loungewear. There's been loungewear like robes, weed.
Am I tripping or did I see
No,
weed?
yeah,
there's
weed and fucking.
I saw this shit like Amir got from them.
Right.
Yeah, you got like some.
You got like a bottle opener.
Yeah.
I also
He's
like
trying.
Chateau
That's his
and
new
shit
brand.
like
He's
that,
trying
yeah.
to start up. Yeah.
But it almost seems like basically I'm trying to say it seems like all the products he's putting out is just like a hotel kind of thing, like packaged like
It's a Chateau Marmont.
yeah type something like that.
It's Chateau Drasu.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
It's Chateau Mar- It's from the graphic of the hotel itself to the.
But the
font that
shit he's
it's
putting
in.
out is like
It's all just like it's Chateau Marmont inspired shit.
that makes fucking sense. I don't even know why I didn't even think of it like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're not familiar with the actual like logos and things like that from Chateau,
I knew what it was.
or
I
the
seen
papers
it.
that they give you when you stay and things like that. Like
Everyone's
it's
doing
just-
some
it's
hotel
very- when you
shit.
you know, I collect those fucking things. So like, you know, from all my trips there and so I'm just familiar enough with it to where it's like immediately when I saw Chateau Drasu, put two and two together. There's a home fan piece out right now.
Yeah, with the Chateau.
Yeah, it's like,
No, I knew what it was immediately
it's been
too,
a very
but
popular
Did-
source of what's the word?
like references people.
Reference. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of hotel like.
Bro, can we talk about
references on clothing?
Bode though? Nigga, look
I
up
love
Bode
their
when you get home.
collections.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, them niggas make some fire shit. Like, and it's two females, but they have like this T-shirt and it has like a whole bunch of like little patches on it. I think that shit's hard. They've been going like crazy with like their trousers. I don't know if you seen like the podcast story the other day, but like some kid was talking about like the trousers they made with like these different drawings. But go home, look up Bode. You're gonna be like, oh, this shit
I'm
is
gonna look
fire.
about.
Or you can tell me that shit is trash.
They use really cool models, in my opinion. They style everything fantastically. I think they deserve to skyrocket.
Yeah. I think they are going to.
Where they based? Anyone know?
I want
To be honest,
like
I'm
London.
not too familiar with the history or the background of that brand, but I know that I like what I've been seeing from them.
I see that.
Best dressed rappers: Tyler, Yachty, Rocky, Yee, Lancey Fox, and Cardi.
You said who?
Lancey Fox.
Wait.
Lancey.
Oh, Yee. You said Yay.
Yeah.
You said. I thought you said Yeet for a second.
Oh, no.
Damn.
I didn't put Yee.
That's
no.
how you feeling? But
No. That'd be wild. That'd be like, all right, my nigga. Like, you need to take your personal opinions, like, to yourself, my nigga. This is not what that's supposed to be, bro.
But best dressed rapper this year.
You know, Lancey wears Rick like basically exclusively, and Rick fits his form and his shape.
He wears a
well.
lot of other shit.
He wears shit.
I ain't even gonna lie. He wears a lot.
He just did a cool
of shit.
collaboration with
McQueen.
McQueen's brand.
Shout out Antonio. He worked on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was cool. I actually enjoyed those pieces. So like I respect his style, but I'm gonna give this to Tyler, which is probably like the most out of the box one. But Tyler really, like, lately, nigga, his fits have been going stupid, and it's like it might go over some people's heads, but if you're like even a 45-year-old can look at this nigga's fit head to toe and be like,
That's like what he wants. You know what's crazy?
Right.
Like, I was thinking, I'm like, not like that, but I was thinking maybe subbing Tyler out for somebody else. But why do you feel like that?
You
Because I
should've
feel
subbed
like
Rocky
he's
out.
been getting better at his own style, but I feel like I've just seen him in this style for like a cool little minute. Like, I'm not like too excited about it, you know?
right.
If that makes sense. I've seen it
It
upgrade
hasn't
though.
shifted to like aggressively one way or the other, but actually I
It
could
kinda
I could
has.
even I could actually argue against that. I mean,
Yeah.
if you want to like if we're going past the hoodie and
Of course,
Van
yeah, we're past
jean
that.
days, yeah, if we're just kind of talking about in the last 2-3 years, yeah, I think this whole like Baudelaire era like has just been cool. You know, the socks
The hat.
with them dress shoes.
Little loafers.
Yeah, exactly with like the shorts.
I like his hats, his like fuzzy hats.
Yeah.
And that's always and
be
like
having
a
the
good
crazy
vest,
grills
a
and
good
the-
shirt. Like he's always just like fitted up, like really fitted.
But that's kind of like your swag though.
I just think
Like that's what you're into.
it's
right
very
now.
runway. It's very runway, believe it or not. Like how these other niggas dress, it's not like runway. And your street style not necessarily supposed to look runway, but this nigga's street style happens to look runway. That's why I give it to him. It's because like, you know, if you most of his fits, if you put those down a runway, bro, we would all be here like clapping and shit. Like,
I'm gonna be honest. I think I've always liked Rocky's style a little bit like more than Tyler's. Not always, just recently since I've been paying attention.
Rocky always get fly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he
what I
just
said. I
al-
would
he
take
could
him out because
always-
I was like, man,
Rocky always
like,
gets
Rocky
fly.
could win that any year. Like,
Right. It's like kind of hard.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I mean, at the time I didn't know who to replace him with. But I'm gonna say for like this year, kind of just went like stupid. I'm gonna say yay.
I like Ye's new style.
Actually, I take that back,
a
bro.
lot.
I want to say Lancey Fox because actually really looking at that nigga shit, that nigga is
fly.
actually like he's cold. Like his body shape with all the little like he just looks like
He's like one of my
non-human. damn
favorite
near.
rappers right now.
He's super tall and like really skinny, so everything works.
Yeah, like
especially
Thug.
from Rick and things like that. Like,
Yeah.
So I say Lancey.
he'd be
You
the
say
easiest to
Tyler.
shop for, in
I
my
know, he
opinion.
said Tyler.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
what
I'm gonna say Tyler.
I'm gonna say. Yeah, I guess I'll give it to Lancey too. That nigga Lancey fly shit.
Why didn't we choose Cardi or Kanye?
Cardi, I feel like I know what I'm getting with Cardi.
I
I'm
feel
getting
like
some all black shit.
right. If
You
I'm
know?
picking Cardi, like why wouldn't I just pick Kanye? Because like that's just, like kind of almost his whole.
And
shit.
Rocky is like, I feel like I just don't want to give it to him because everyone knows that nigga
Right.
fly as hell.
He's so versatile. That nigga can go.
So is
like,
Yachty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yachty's a big sleeper.
Cardi's fly, but I've never seen Cardi in a piece that's ever in my life convinced me to get that piece. And
You
like,
literally have a piece that Cardi want.
yeah, the
I
off-white
guess-
runway piece,
yeah,
but
yeah.
that like
He didn't put that
him
together.
having it had zero influence on me buying it. It's a beautiful knit sweater. But for me, I do have artists like where sometimes they'll put something on, whether it's Rocky and shit like that or whatever the fuck. Like
Cardi has definitely wore some shit.
I'll see something and I'll be like, need that piece.
Like, bro, like the Vivian Westwood on the fucking album cover that he wore for self-titled.
Wait,
I
who?
feel like everyone's like just remaking that into like T-shirts. You seen that, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
I'm not saying.
and it's not Vivian
not your-
Westwood.
I know your
I
personal
think
opinion.
that's Undercover, but
I think that was Vivian.
it's definitely not Vivian. I believe it's Undercover.
Oh damn.
It's
don't know.
the vintage T-shirts cut up in squares with the weird stitching around it.
No, it says Destroy. Right?
Oh, that's a Vivian. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Destroy one's
That's what he
Vivian.
wore on the album cover. But
Okay.
he's definitely wore some hella shit. Like that fucking what's that one trench coat he wore where he fucking performed with Nicki Minaj?
Who y'all talking about right now?
Cardi?
He's talking about
Okay.
Cardi.
I forgot. That shit was fire.
He performed with
I
Nicki
think it's
Minaj
Twice,
on
yeah.
stage?
Yeah, that Polka Dot song.
I think
Oh,
it's SNL if I remember
Yeah.
correctly. It's my least favorite Cardi song out there, and it arguably is like
All
my-
this
it's
Cardi
my top
slander,
five least favorite.
all
He
this-
had to drop a
All
Turk
this
song.
Cardi slander, just so Rolling Stones can say it was the best hip hop album of the year.
They're out of their fucking mind, bro. That writer needs to be fired.
No, they're 100% correct.
Bro, that shit is the most
And they
like.
put Donda at 12. They put it behind Certified Lover Boy. It's like I don't even want to fucking hear what the fuck you got to say, bro.
No, bro. Okay.
Cardi winning is deserves it. in
Not
my
saying
eyes.
Donda was the best album of the year, but it 100%. If you deny that it is above Certified Lover Boy, you're bugging.
But why are you against Whole Lotta Red?
Well,
Being the
maybe-
best album.
You're not against it.
No, you
not.
just said,
Go
you just
so-
said they're out of their mind.
Oh,
Yeah, it was not the album of the year. It was not sonically like Yeezus at all.
Bro, what?
At
The
all,
comparisons
at
are
all.
so easy that it's almost like mind blowing. But
At all, bro. I honestly, and he remade that album like 16 times. My theory is he took a bunch of Adderall and made it in like 3 days, and then put it
This
out
nigga
like
is so
a few days.
stupid,
Bro, like the whole order is fucked up. Like honestly, like halfway through the album when you hear Academic, shouldn't that be the intro first of all? Like why does it come in halfway through
there's
the album?
skits.
Yeah,
Every album has mid skits.
But the Academic skit should have been like the first thing played if it wanted to make sense.
I feel
But
like
then
his tour
halfway-
this year just
I think
speaks for itself. That's album of the year.
Bro, he changed like almost a whole generation. Like we're seeing it in front of our
Everyone
eyes.
has that fucking the same beats now, bro.
When do you
With the
even
chains
hear
and
it
the
when you go
ballads.
out?
Huh?
When do you ever hear Cardi when you go out?
Bro, we know they're not playing Cardi, bro.
Right, but that plays a
No,
factor.
it don't. Not
Nah,
in
it
my
don't.
eyes.
Album of the year.
Album of the year.
For album of the year, one of your songs.
What's your
Bro,
favorite song on
and
Donda, bro?
almost every single time there's been an album of the year, if I think about it, 9 times out of 10 they weren't playing that shit in the club.
Yeah.
At least one song.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe like
Goosebumps
yeah.
by Travis or like the fucking
Those
the
are
Drake
big-ass
Travis
radio
song
songs,
from
bro.
Astroworld.
Sicko Mode?
Yeah.
Come on,
so
man.
like they're
Right,
only
they're gonna-
playing that, but that's what I'm saying. There's one song that be in rotation.
Bro, they don't
There's,
play
like,
Cardi
nothing that be in
anywhere, though.
rotation from Cardi. He had the #1 album of the year. What do you mean? Why
But
would
they
it be in
don't. They
rotation?
play. Maybe they'll play.
But wait,
Sky.
we were acting like niggas
It's
don't play
upbeat.
Cardi though. Like we're acting like we don't hear that shit.
Bro, when you
from
go to the
not even
bar-
trying to hear it. Like we
I,
don't ever
I don't at the club or going out.
at
Yeah,
the
you
club.
don't.
It's like it's
Or
kind of
going
weird.
out, I don't.
Bro,
It's
because
rare.
the
And I get
DJ
happy when I
playing
do
some
it,
lame
but-
shit, bro. That's why.
Right, but that my point being is
Your
like
bar does though, like the Valley Bar does,
Yeah, they
right?
be playing Cardi.
my point being
Right, and that's
he
like
had
the best
album
bar that
of the
everybody
year.
goes to now.
At one point in the year, he had the #1 album in the world.
Yeah,
Right.
For a week. I feel like that's what always happens when a big name drops.
Yeah, that always happens.
But for someone like Cardi to get that was his first #1.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget the highest he got before that was like maybe 20 or something.
But he's always
Yeah.
gotten bigger.
Yeah. He went
And
from
it
like
was a
60
long
to like
time
20
before
to
his
1.
last release. So like the hype behind Whole Lotta Red literally propelled him to #1.
No,
for that
people
first
hated it, bro. You don't remember? Everybody
And
hated
everyone
it.
the
hated
album.
it the first week. It also was one of the fastest dropping from #1 to whatever position
actually
it
think I
got. It
do
was one
remember
of the
that.
fastest dropping, like statistically, after its first.
So
Then
what
he
does
went
that
on
tell
tour,
you
and
that
what'd it
the
do?
people went back and chose Cardi?
Because the tour.
It didn't go back up.
Yes,
no,
it
it means
did. Yes, it
people,
did.
It did.
people went.
As soon as he started touring.
That shit went up.
Oh, well.
The people
Because
chose
it's
Cardi.
an album you got to see live, bro.
I wish I could see it live.
It's an album you got to see live.
If that's an album you got to see live, then you got to incorporate that into your like release. There was supposed to be a fucking deluxe.
Bro,
the
you
deluxe
listen
never
to
came.
it.
I know. I wish there
Bro,
was a
listen, bro,
deluxe.
that shit
Nigga
dropped,
came out with like one video,
bro,
two
that shit
videos,
dropped,
bro.
shit,
Like,
you still in the pandemic, basically, right? I don't know if shit was open.
No. It was Christmas last year.
Yeah.
So like,
I mean, yeah. The
it was
pandemic already
barely. It
happened,
was
but
like Arizona was opening up a little
Okay.
bit. So we were kind of
Christmas
outside.
last year. Niggas are listening to that shit. They're not liking it at all. But If you go out and like turn it up to it, it's different.
Fuck that. What was your first thoughts?
Of
When
the
you-
album? I
yeah,
liked it.
I liked it too.
I liked it
I
right
knew that
away,
shit was
bro.
hard. I remember.
Like, all the crazy ass beats, I was like, yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
You act like I'm like a hater of this album, which first of all, I'm
Nigga,
not.
you was bumping the fuck out of the album,
I
bro.
still listen to some songs on it. Yeah, like I won't deny that. But what I'm saying is, album of the year is a fucking stretch,
All right.
and
Free-
it's
what's
not
your album of the
worthy
year?
of it, in my opinion.
What's your album of the year?
I don't know. It'd be some shit you probably have never heard of, but like you
That
know,
dropped this year?
yeah, I would give it to like someone who I just personally happen to like the album
Yeah.
the most this year or whatever. But
Hey, they are wilding for putting the Donda shit.
12.
Yeah.
under certified.
Yeah. I don't like. At first, I was team Drake in it, but like after hearing it, bro, Donda is here to stay. It's
I
here
mean,
to stay.
Donda was just a better album than Certified Lover Boy.
Nigga, after going to the concert and seeing how much of a better performer he was too, I was like,
Facts.
oh man.
And that was an undisputed thing. And nonetheless, like that album is just
Bro, why
better.
did Kanye take Drake's part off on HBO?
He's different.
Bro, he's a sick nigga sometimes. I be want to know just the reasons. And then I just read an article
And
like,
he moved right next door to Kim.
no, a different one, bro. I just read it. It was saying that sources are saying that he's going to like knock down and rebuild the whole house that him and Kim stayed at.
You
Like
do
once
know-
the divorce is over.
You do know that he's like Michael Jackson at this point.
No, he's the truth. That's why
Like-
he's like,
Bro, what?
Like
Come on,
aside from hits
78,000
and
people
shit
at
like that, I'm
concert.
talking about fame. Like he hasn't lived a normal life since he was fucking 20. So
right.
you know,
He's
he's like one of the most sought after celebrities for paparazzi and all that shit. Like
Nigga beats them up.
you know,
Oh, we can go down the Kanye wormhole all the time.
yeah.
But his brother in arms, Travis Scott, Dior, they said, nigga, you're out of here, bro. The fucking cacti seltzers, they told this nigga, no, you're out of here. Everybody's dropping this nigga. Is Travis Scott here to stay, or is they kicking his ass out?
Brands are doing what they have to do to protect their best interests, which is finances, because there's too many jobs and shit like that. So they don't want that static. So they're
They're playing safe.
yeah, they're playing it safe. They're like distancing themselves from Travis. I mean,
I
look,
feel like we all know that.
it wasn't his fault. We all know that. There's nothing that an artist can do. You know, like security should have been better. Shouldn't have happened. You know, but people shop at Walmart after Black Friday surges and shit. Like, and no one gives Walmart backlash for not having like enough security or not having enough whatever. You know, so I don't know. It's
You
the
just
lynch.
gotta hate to see it though, cause like fuck, you know.
When the lynch mob
Yeah.
comes, all your endorsements are gonna go.
I mean, the brands they're definitely playing it safe.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Dior thing, I feel like that was a little fucked up because I feel like
They would have got so much backlash if they did. So much. Half of their fucking like their inbox on a regular basis is just pretty steady, right? If they release that, it's just gonna be weeks of like, fuck you guys, fuck you guys, fuck you guys, you guys are assholes, fuck you guys. Brands don't want to deal with that. They don't like controversy. They avoid themselves from controversy, and so yeah.
I feel like this nigga needs to just hurry up and drop an album, and everyone will love him again.
you think that would do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that.
There's rumors of him performing at this next Rolling Loud, but I just want to know, like, okay, was this like
Dude, half of them are gonna boycott the album, bro. He has like, I don't know what he has to do.
He drops an album, Travis Scott is going #1, bro.
But I don't know what he has to do,
Yeah,
but
he's
he has to
going
do
#1.
something to regain, like, the public.
liking?
Yeah,
Bro, there's nothing this nigga could do. It wasn't even his fucking fault.
That's like the whole
right.
thing.
But
Yeah.
at this
So
point,
like, the only thing that he could do is just move on from it, and niggas are gonna start rocking with you again.
you're
bro.
right.
It's just bound to happen.
But what I've heard from everyone is this nigga just got to take a seat. He just got to go to timeout for a little bit,
Mhm.
chill the fuck out, wait for shit to blow over, and then come
But I'm
back.
saying, like, the quicker he drops, the better.
I
you think
think
that's
I
really
think
the
that
solution,
I
him
think that
dropping
is
an
a
album?
bad decision.
I think I
I just don't want him to take like years. But like, I'm talking about like he needs to drop like by like the summer.
Let's say you're not a fan and you're his manager, and you want to make, and you want to have like a lasting record with the most impact, both financially and critically. You say drop it now, or,
Not now, I'm
or
saying just
wait
dropping
until
it.
this shit
Don't drop
blows
too-
over.
Yeah, it's like he needs to drop by like the summertime.
Well, we'll see what happens.
I mean,
The Charlemagne interview ain't doing many favors, but
Nah, at
whatever.
all.
I don't know like why
Nigga
he
sounded
didn't. That's kind of crazy
dumb.
actually. But I just want like the Dior thing. Like
Right.
I just want to know if that was like Kim Jones or if that was like the parent company come down like Kering or whoever the fuck, not Kering, whatever, whoever owns Dior. That's the parent company coming down and saying like, yo, like we're not fucking with this because
Yeah.
they're trying to play it safe. Then cool, I'm cool with that. But if like, cause they, like he had like the Pop Smoke piece, like he had some pieces that were going. So I could only imagine that Kim Jones was maybe even like still cool with it. You know?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So like.
Man, no
Yeah,
one
that
wants
is a
this to
Dior
happen,
decision.
bro.
That is not a creative director decision.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that is
that's
a
a
Dior,
Dior. So
nigga. I don't
I
give a fuck who
I can
you
see
like,
that.
Kim, Mr. Jones,
Yeah.
but we're not working with this motherfucker right now. So let's try again in a year.
I just wonder if like, cause like Jason was telling me his theory, and he was saying that he feels like the industry is almost like they pick who they want to blackball once it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like they can either go extra hard on somebody else or not as hard on somebody. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but I do think that maybe like my theory is like, cause they say Travis is a dickhead. Like I see all these like shit about like his old manager, all this shit, and they say he's like a straight dickhead.
Right, yeah. But
So I wonder
everyone's
if
heard
like
that.
this is their excuse of like, nigga, fuck you. Like I know you were the hot, but now it's like just fuck you.
A full-on fucking catastrophe happened at one of his shows, bro.
But
That has not happened in the last, what, 20 plus years?
yeah,
It's like, it's news. It is new. It's like, let's say you own a news network and you are a reporter, nigga. It is great news. I can report on this shit all day. People will, death at a concert, like scaring white America.
I actually
scaring
know
parents,
people in real
scaring
life
all
who are
these
actually
people.
like upset about it. Too.
Perfect
So that's
story.
kind of different from me.
I know people who were
Perfect
at the
story to pick
concert,
up.
and they said it was the greatest concert of their life.
Oh really?
Yeah, there were some people
You
who
and
had
Jason
no.
are the same
There were
person.
some people who were there who had no idea that anything bad had happened until they went home.
Mhm.
But that's not to take away from the victims. Rest in peace to everyone. Of course,
course.
like it's fucked up what happened. It should not have happened by any means. But as a news network, you're going to report on stories like that to their full. Like you're gonna, what's the word? Like
going to what? Investigate?
you're gonna fucking drain them. You get me?
milk
Like
it?
you're gonna milk it. You're gonna milk it.
Hey, but you know what's crazy though now? Like, you get your hands on one of those pieces now, somehow,
Oh, bro, that's
some
what
way.
I'm saying. Like if you get the Pop Smoke tee right now, you're
Yeah.
like, you probably sell it for 10 bands.
Nah,
Yeah.
for real. That would be
And-
sick.
bro. And
Yeah.
like people have them, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
That would be sick
people,
if it was
like,
just
all
on
like
release.
the Cactus Jack members, they got pieces. You know,
Right.
them shits could go missing.
Oh shit!
Someone's
I don't
gonna.
know.
That shit's gonna be around.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because we are
Travis
seeing
is
the whole
gonna come
collection
back.
away.
Be prepared
Just
to
so
pay
y'all
10
don't know,
grand for.
there's no way
Man,
this
I'm
nigga's
not
not.
fucking buying that.
This one's actually fun. I like this. Have you guys seen Tyler's new line and shit?
Love it.
Love it.
The store specifically. I
I've seen the
fucking
store. I
love the
haven't
store.
seen the clothing yet though.
The clothing, yeah, it was kind of hard. You had to like really look at some articles. I didn't see
Mhm.
too much either, but I mean, I liked it. But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. To me, it felt like just amplified merch. Like it felt.
It is, yeah,
But this is his
100%.
luxury line. This is like his. This
But
is
he's
him.
doing cologne, and
That's
he's
cool. I fuck
doing
with
whatever, and he knows what his fan base is, bro. His fan base on paper is probably between the ages of like 15 and fucking 20 something, right? So his price points are just enough to where he can be making money, bro. Don't forget,
Mm-hmm.
he doesn't have to like. It don't have to be like Louis Vuitton where you spend
He probably spent so much.
a
money
few
making
hundred
this.
on a piece and charge 1,000 for it, right? He can make a piece that costs $300 and probably spend all things in like 40 fucking bucks on it and make a killing. My
It's
point
probably gonna be some fire.
my
shit,
point
too.
being he knows his audience, he knows the price points that would
Do you know the
cater
price
to
points?
him.
I got 'em.
vaguely for some
Mohair
of them.
cardigans, they were going for 500. Leather jackets, 11.
Right.
Loafers, 300. So these are luxury prices.
Yeah.
And
A $300 loafer is affordable.
Yeah, people gonna be rocking this shit for sure.
yeah, yeah, for a loafer, yeah.
Yeah.
And
And mohair, I mean, the thing that you're also not saying about mohair is just one of the most expensive fabrics for real mohair. that's like it's expensive regardless. A leather jacket, I can almost guarantee you, he's using real leather. It's gonna cost $1,000 for any real leather jacket.
I think the prices are good. I'm not even saying that. I think the prices are solid. I mean,
Even-
a mohair cardigan from Marnie is like thousands of dollars. It's OD.
Like, yeah.
I'm just saying, they're luxury prices. I like it.
For sure.
I just felt like when I looked at it, and not after watching the interview, just after like looking at the shit, it's just like, oh, this is like a whole bunch of shit Tyler would wear, which is dope. But to me, it was like, it wasn't like I like how Frank did it, Frank Ocean with the Homer shit. Like you seen that, you're like, oh shit, like this nigga's been up to some shit right here. You know what I mean?
I like that when you put it like that, I do like Homer, but I
not
don't,
to make it a versus thing either.
Yeah. When you put it like that, I do like Homer, but
you like it though. You like his shit.
Yeah,
that's tight.
Bro, Homer came out right out the bat. Like the first time
Going
we're
crazy.
hearing about it, it's a product collab. Like,
Yeah.
so it's like
That's what I'm saying. He must there must be like almost like a bigger company or somebody big he's working with that's just
Yeah.
like,
Sure.
you know, that's helping him propel all of this. But did you guys watch the Tyler interview and like how he was talking about Virgil and shit? And
one.
No, I didn't watch it actually.
it just came out a couple of days ago.
Who's
I've seen the
interviewing
thumbnail,
him?
but yeah.
But
Who's the interviewer?
I think some dude from like New York Times, basically some dude we don't know from like whatever.
How
but
long? Is it pretty long?
yeah, it's like 40 minutes. It's a good ass interview because he takes you around like the store. He gives you like his whole like thoughts behind the brand and how long he's been planning it. But he gets
really good with interior design too.
yeah, his pop up is tight.
He's really good with interior design.
But his Virgil take was like actually interesting because it's not like the typical take of like like he was the greatest. But it starts off basically like he was like, yeah, like, bro, Virgil, like, it's whatever, that shit is so sad. He's fucked up about it. And then he was like, but, like, I'm not going to lie, at first, like, Tyler was like, bro, why does this nigga fuck with everybody? Like, what's up with this nigga? Why is this nigga acting like this? And he was keeping it real and telling the interviewer that. And then he finally obviously, like, learned that, like, yo, this nigga is, like, an angel. Like, this nigga is just, like, so nice. But he actually, like, from, like, I think the mohair, one of the pieces, I think actually a couple or some shit, but basically Virgil gave him like the factories to make all his shit. He was like, oh, you want to make a brand? Like he came to him about it and he was like, all right, and gave him a couple of days and then just called him with a whole list of like what to do, how to do it,
Wow.
And I don't know, I was just like, damn, because he kind of kept it real. I heard like people kind of say that same shit, like they were iffy about like Virgil and shit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Somebody posted a video of him at the funeral. I don't know if you've seen it.
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah, I don't know why people were even recording him at the funeral in the first place, but they posted a video of him. He was like crying while he was talking about Virgil, like giving a speech, and he was like, "Oh, I was so excited to show him like all
The new shit.
the clothes and everything."
That shit is sad.
Yeah, sad shit for sure.
But yeah, and that shop is actually like, that's just a pop-up shop, but I think it's tight. It's almost like a Flintstone. Nah,
Oh damn, that'd
Yeah.
be fire if that was the shop.
That's
I was
what
like, it's on grass, nigga.
that's what I was saying. I was like, what the fuck?
I thought it was permanent, but
Yeah. Cause I thought the same thing. Then I was just like reading something else.
It's probably expensive as hell to be permanent.
you got money. That nigga got money, bro.
I thought this was pretty interesting. Like vinyl records earned the biggest sale since 1991.
I saw something like that about Man on the Moon.
Yeah, that's what it was. Kid Cudi's "Man on the Moon" breaks the record for the biggest vinyl sales for a male artist in a
Great
week.
album.
Yeah, for Man on the Moon 3. But I just think it's kind of interesting as much as like we keep moving forward to like the metaverse and shit. Like all the kids, like everybody still wants something.
Yeah, everyone's trying to
physical
hang on
at
to
the end of the day.
fucking
Oh, yeah.
a piece
Yeah,
of
I
a
want
slice
record
of
player
life,
to
bro.
this day.
Yeah. Why do you want one? You're the youngest here.
It's just lit. Like I've always just like I never even I don't even have my own fucking room, but if I had my own room, I always just picture myself fucking waking
Vibes.
up, grabbing a motherfucking record, putting that bitch on, you know, roll up my little shit.
That's hard, actually.
Dog,
That's why I've always just
Polaroid,
wanted one. I just wanted to be a part of my room.
Polaroids are
The whole
almost
vibe,
more
yeah.
successful now than they ever were.
Yeah.
You know, like people do the whole VHS camera effect. Like it's a thing. People like nostalgia.
It's like I already know this shit too, but I just thought that was like kind of just a little bit different. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. I was like,
It
damn,
only
like,
happens
why
with
is this
dedicated
the week
fans.
for this shit to
Yeah.
blow up like this? Like,
It
That is
only
weird.
happens with dedicated fans.
yeah. That's something that I looked up to. Like, in order for you to get the vinyl, my nigga, you have to love that artist. Like,
Facts.
Yeah.
Currently, hell yeah, no one's paying fucking $25 for a vinyl unless they're like.
Do you have a vinyl in your room?
Yeah.
You be throwing the
I have a
vinyls on
few,
for
yeah,
like.
I have a few, but I use my cassette player a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
You'll buy cassettes too from
All the
vintage
time,
spots?
I
I
have
can
some really
see.
good ones too. I have like some soundtracks to some movies that I really like. Like all Nirvana albums are meant to be played on cassette.
You ever fuck a bitch to a cassette tape?
No, I haven't.
Just slide it in.
I mean, I'll try it out, but I got one. I got a
Slide
cassette.
in.
I got a cassette player that records too. So sometimes I just get on it and I just do weird, spooky shit.
You gotta
Demon
drop a
time.
track on that bitch.
Huh?
Niggas said I do weird spooky shit.
Yeah, like I'll say some shit and then play it in reverse, and it just sounds weird. I don't know. I have fun.
New Year's plans. We are here with it. We in the stew.
I think. I don't know.
All right, bet.
What is it tomorrow?
Yeah, it's fucking tomorrow.
Y'all come here tomorrow.
Cool. All right, I don't got shit else to say.
Oh yeah, so
Unless there's
I wanted to
anything
tell
else.
you. So yeah, some kid came into the store with his mom and dad, and he was just like looking around and shit, asking about the Off-White and everything, and he's like, "Oh wait, do you guys have Reservoir? What Reservoir? Reservoir?" He's like, "Oh, I love that brand." He was like, I have like a couple shirts at the crib. Oh, he was just a little ass. He was like a little kid
my
too.
nigga, bro.
Wait, show off your shirt. This is
I swear, I'm
some
a
sample?
there's no graphic or nothing to even show, but I just I got a bunch of blanks at the crib. They're my favorite blanks to wear. They're soft as hell. Can you attest to that?
Let me see. It's bamboo cotton cut.
Can you attest to that?
I got a couple shirts, bro. It's
The quality
super
of the
super
shirt?
soft.
It's literally bamboo cotton though, right?
This specific T-shirt, yeah, this is made out of bamboo cotton.
No, it's soft. It actually looks like it's hard.
It's
I
sustainable.
feel like you could show it off even if that shit didn't have a graphic.
Yeah, it's sustainable. It's comfy as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in some uniform shit lately.
Yeah, you've been
But,
rocking the
yeah,
same fit.
I'm working on this new collection, so like, bro, I've been my car got vandalized, and luckily I didn't get nothing taken. But now I don't leave the crib without nothing. So I leave with like these everywhere.
What are those? Oh, like your paintbrushes and
Pastels
shit?
chalk markers.
No, I've been with you like countless of times where you'll just
Yeah,
whip
pull
out and
that
start
bitch out.
drawing.
Yeah, and then I just cut shit out, and this is my favorite way to like see if I want to run with a graphic or whatever.
This is something like I wish if I went to design school, I feel like
Let me
they
see
taught
that one.
you like something like this, right? Like physically, actually.
No one even taught. Like, to
Oh,
be
this is how
honest,
you do it?
Yeah, this is just how I personally like to do it. You can do it on a computer just as easy, but
Damn, I never seen this.
No, I like the
Oh.
physical. I
yeah,
feel like
if you have a good printer, you can see the colors a lot more, in detail and shit like that.
this is
Where's
one of my
this picture
favorites.
from?
Thank you. Huh?
Where's this picture from?
It's one of my favorite Italian films. It's called Blow Up, and the character of Austin Powers was actually based off of this guy. It's a, I think, something Antonio movie. He was like one of the biggest people for like Italian avant-garde film. It's just a very fucking cool movie. If you ever just, want something like cool to watch, it's I can't even describe it. It's sick.
I didn't know fucking Austin Powers was a real person.
Nah, he's not. But like
He's
the
based
character
after,
of-
like-
the character of Austin Powers is based off of this fictional character.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he's not like a real nigga, but
Nah.
he basically is.
Yeah.
No, but I love that you do it in a physical way. Have you been
Right.
having like a hard time with this process for your new collection, or you've been finding it like how's your creative process been this time
You wanna
versus
know what's
last go
funny?
around?
So, I had a factory for a long time that I stored all my fabric at, and so COVID has been kind of hard on the factories, so they have like different restrictions and things like that now. So I had to go and physically grab all of my fabric from this factory, and you don't understand. I had to like rent a fucking truck to like take all of this shit because I had so much.
The
shit.
U-Haul pickup?
Yeah, like I had so much shit in it, and I actually like seeing it
In person?
In person, more often, it gives me way more ideas.
So it did you justice actually by
Yeah, because I would
picking
take
the shit up?
pictures of everything and look at them for reference. Like, oh, maybe I'll make this. Maybe I'll make this. Like, my mind just runs way freer when I see them in person. And maybe I could grab something like this and hold it next to something and be like, hi, Eureka.
I like that process because
You know?
bro, I'm gonna be quite honest, bro. It gets fucking kind of boring. Like if you're just on the computer trying to put like graphics on
that
the
is
thing,
not
bro,
the
that
way
shit
to
is
design
trash.
at all. Nah, it's not. You gotta really be like out
Nobody
here.
talks about that though.
Yeah, at all. No, I mean, and everyone's design process is different. But like for anyone who
Is getting kind of bored with that
yeah,
same
who
shit.
feels this way about it at all, like always keep it fun, bro. Like,
Nah, yeah, you definitely do that, bro. Like now that I'm like actually seeing it like this,
yeah,
and I've seen your clothes too. It's like
makes more
you're
sense.
really doing it.
It makes a
Right.
lot more sense.
He's really
The hardest part about my brand is explaining.
These are all printed off ones. You or do you rip newspapers and shit too?
It's a combination of the two. Yeah,
Okay.
depends.
My bad, not take away from what you
Oh,
said.
you good? But yeah, I don't know. I design on the computer and shit too.
I
But
love that picture. Can I see that one?
Yeah.
On the top.
I do just like seeing.
I don't know
things in
how we're gonna
person.
show niggas because they're gonna be like, what the fuck are y'all looking at? This is boring. No, it's actually
so tough,
sick.
bro.
Are you close? Like how
fact that
close
you
are
do
you
this
to
is
like
tough.
dropping or like maybe getting a video
A
or
collection.
something?
You know what? I know that I'm close to something. I don't know what it is that I'm close to, but I'm close to something, bro. I don't know if it's gonna be an art show or a collection or both.
You want to know how I know you are too? Because I mean I just can feel the energy difference like when you talk about it, and I don't know. I mean I know you the homie, so I can tell like you are actually like close to something. Either you're gonna like drop some shit or you just
Yeah.
been working hard at it. I can tell.
I've been working very hard at this shit. Like I've just been having spurts of inspiration for different things.
Does Wade still? He's been helping you out too.
Yeah, minimally, bro. To be honest, he usually tells me, he's like, yeah, bro, like,
You got it.
yeah, you got it. Like,
Just fucking do it.
yeah. Which, like, I don't know. For anyone who second guesses themselves, bro, it's like, go with your gut.
Right.
On God, like, go with your gut, you know?
Go with that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I'm gonna wrap up this podcast. Thank you for
Hey.
subbing in today, AB. Last minute.
And last thing, no. If you don't do something, someone else will. So, do your thing.
Do your shit.
Run it up.